What does it take to become truly great? Not just good, not just talented. It's but great, so legendary that your name becomes a symbol of excellence, determination, and dominance. Greatness isn't handed out. It's hunted down day after day in silence when no one is watching. This is the story of relentlessness. It's of unshakable discipline, of obsession, of sacrifice. This is the drive behind greatness. It's people often point to talent as if it's the final answer, as if being born gifted is enough to stand at the summit. But talent is just a seed. Without the grind, it withers. The truth, effort eats talent alive, especially when talent refuses to work. From the outside, greatness looks smooth, like destiny chose someone, but look closer. Peel back the layers of legend, and you'll find the brutal truth: greatness is constructed, not inherited. It's built brick by brick through relentless effort, effort that outpaces the gifted, effort that burns longer than the hype. There was a boy once, just a boy with a ball and a dream, no different from any other kid. He wasn't the strongest, the tallest, or even the most favored, but he had something savage in its purity, the willingness to outwork everyone in the room, not just once. Every single time, while others rested, he trained. When teammates called it a day, he stayed. When life offered comfort, he chose the hard path. Always. That kind of consistency. It breaks people. But it made him. It's because the difference between ordinary and unstoppable lies in what you're willing to suffer for daily. And this wasn't glamorous suffering. No lights, no audience, no praise. Just repetition, isolation. Drills so simple they bored everyone else. But while others needed excitement, he needed only progress. He didn't ask, do I feel like it? He asked, will this make me better? That's the mindset that flips the table. It's because when effort becomes your identity, not just your tool, you become dangerous. You don't chase motivation. You become momentum. He built a routine so intense it intimidated the talented. He stacked effort on effort until the mountain of work buried excuses. And here's what they never tell you. Effort wins in the long run, not because it looks good, but because it survives storms. Talent might start the race, but effort finishes it bleeding, broken, and victorious. People noticed eventually, coaches, teammates, fans. They called him obsessed. They weren't wrong. He didn't just want to be good. He wanted to be the best. It's not just better than those around him, but better than himself yesterday. That's the kind of hunger you can't fake. It's the kind that doesn't sleep. And once the foundation of effort is laid, something even rarer takes root: obsession with mastery. Mastery isn't skill. It's not just being able to do something well. It's the relentless pursuit of doing it better, even when you've already won. Even when you've broken records. Even when they call you the greatest. Mastery shrugs off praise because it isn't satisfied. It never is. He trained movements others considered beneath them. Basics. Repetitions. 1,000 free kicks after everyone else left. It's not because he needed to, but because mastery demands it. It's the tiniest refinements, the micro adjustments. It's that separate the great from the legendary. He didn't need applause. The obsession was internal. A fire with no off switch. When others saw training as a job, he saw it as a privilege, a battleground where each drop of sweat carved out excellence. And here's the truth no one likes to admitting: to be obsessed is to misunderstood. People will mock the intensity, question the sacrifice, whisper about how too serious you are. Let them, because while they talk, you train. While they rest, you refine. You measure progress not by comparison, but by precision. Did I improve by percent today? Did I sharpen one weakness? Did I push one more rep when my legs begged to quit? That's obsession. It's ruthless. It doesn't ask for comfort. It only asks It's, are you willing to do what others won't? He was. He always was. That's why defenders couldn't predict him. It's why coaches trusted him. Why records broke beneath his feet. Because mastery is a habit disguised as madness. It's think about what it means to never be satisfied, to score the winning goal, and still replay your missed pass. It's to be crowned champion but already be planning tomorrow's training. That's not ego, that's obsession with craft. And it's lonely. There are no crowds in the gym at dawn. No fans cheering you through your 8th set. It's no medals for showing up on your off days. But this obsession doesn't need validation. It only needs one thing, the desire to evolve. Some call it discipline, but that word's too soft. This is deeper. It's identity. It's the moment you decide that who you are will always chase who you could become. He studied every movement. Not just his own, but his opponents. Patterns, weaknesses, rhythms. He knew their habits better than they did. Because obsession doesn't stop at physical work, it demands mental sharpness. It rewires how you see the game, how you see time, how you value effort. He treated every match like war, every training like an exam, every mistake like an opportunity. That's how mastery is born, not in grand moments, but in microscopic ones repeated with surgical focus. And that kind of focus infects your life. You start watching your meals, your sleep, your thoughts. You protect your routine like it's sacred, because it is. The world will call you extreme. But they don't see the vision you wake up chasing. They don't feel the fire you stoke every single morning. And when the body wants rest, you train the mind to lead. When the critics scream, you drown them in action. When you fail, you bleed. You learn, you return. Sharper mastery is brutal. It's unforgiving, but it's also liberating. It's because once you taste it, just once, you'll never want average again. He built that hunger like armor. Not for a season, for a lifetime. When others celebrated their peak, he was plotting his next one. When others retired satisfied, he was still sprinting, because obsession doesn't fade, it evolves. And that's what people never understand. It was never about applause. It was never about the trophies. It was always about becoming. It's pushing the limits of what a human body could do, turning effort into art, turning obsession into legacy. You want to know the secret behind greatness. It's not talent. It's not fame. It's not even victory. It's the willingness to suffer longer, harder, and smarter than anyone else. To fall in love with the work. To become relentless in the pursuit. And to never ever, no matter how high you climb, believe that you're done. It's because the truly great don't chase recognition, they chase mastery. And they never stop. Sacrifice. It's a word that people love to whisper but rarely understand. Everyone wants greatness. They want the lights, the legacy. It's the applause. But very few are willing to pay the true price, because the price isn't money, it's everything else. It's the path to the top demands a toll. Time with family, nights out with friends, weekends others spend relaxing. You spend breaking your body. Birthdays missed, holidays skipped, conversations with people you love. It's replaced by solitary hours in the gym or on the pitch. It's not because you don't care about those things. It's because you care so deeply about the vision, about who you must become. It's that you're willing to put your comfort and convenience on the altar. There was a boy who left home young. Not for adventure. It's not for pleasure, but for purpose. He chased a dream that required separation before celebration. It's a dream that demanded he grow up faster than the rest. While other kids were playing, he was training. While others slept in, he was awake before the sun, perfecting his craft. Homesick, exhausted, but focused. And it never got easier, it just got heavier. It's Because the higher you rise, the more you must give. When you're chasing something historic, you don't get to live like everyone else. You become a machine of discipline, carving away anything that doesn't serve the mission. You see, greatness is lonely. It isolates you, because people don't understand why you say no so often. No to parties, no to junk food, no to sleeping in, no to anything that threatens the rhythm of your grind. They call you obsessed, too serious, robotic. But you know the truth. Comfort is a trap. Distraction is a thief. Every easy decision you say yes to is a step away from what you're building. He knew that. That's why he said no to mediocrity, no to excuses, no to shortcuts, and yes, to pain, to monotony, to long. It's punishing hours that most couldn't endure. That's what sacrifice looks like. Not just bleeding in the arena, but cutting away every excuse that gives you an escape. Because if you're chasing greatness, your life is no longer about balance. It's about alignment. Everything must point toward the goal. When others were out celebrating, he was recovering. When others slept, he was visualizing. When others plateaued, he evolved. It's because sacrifice isn't just about what you give up. It's about what you replace it with. And he didn't complain. He didn't seek pity. He embraced the suffering. Because to him, the pain was a sign he was still hungry. Still climbing. It's still becoming. No one talks about the emotional cost. About being misunderstood by those closest to you. It's about the guilt of always putting the dream first. But he carried that weight. Quietly. It's not because he wanted to prove people wrong, but because he wanted to prove himself right. He made his life a blueprint. It's a message to the world that you cannot cheat the grind, that you don't earn greatness by being part-time with your effort. It's that you don't get to have both a normal life and an extraordinary one. You've choose, and once you've chosen, you don't look back. But there's another layer beyond sacrifice, one that most never even attempt: creating your own opportunity. It's waiting is what average people do. They wait for the call, for the perfect time, for someone to believe in them, for the stars to align. But the relentless don't wait, they act. They build. They force the world to notice. He didn't wait for a scout to see him. He trained until it was impossible to ignore him. He didn't wait for the perfect team. He became the perfect asset. He worked on every weakness like it was life or death, because it was. In his mind, one bad day wasn't just a dip, it was a risk to the dream. He created his body like a sculptor-shaped stone. Not just strong, but bulletproof. Fast. Efficient, dynamic. He engineered himself for performance, not popularity. He learned languages to adapt. He adjusted his diet with scientific precision. He studied the game, yes, but also studied his competitors, his teammates, even himself. He became a student of opportunity, because every match was an audition. Every touch of the ball was a chance to send a message: I belong here, and I'm not going anywhere. That kind of preparation isn't luck. It's intentional. It's showing up every day with the mindset that you must earn your place. Not once, but constantly. He turned criticism into fuel. He listened, then worked. He didn't cry about the system. He beat it. He didn't complain about politics. He made himself undeniable. And when doors didn't open, he kicked them down. Creating opportunity means embracing risk. It means performing when the pressure is unbearable. It means taking the penalty shot with the weight of a nation on your back. And wanting that moment. Craving it. It's because opportunity doesn't arrive on a silver platter. It arrives dressed as adversity. And most people run. But not him. He ran toward the fire. Because he trusted his preparation. His obsession. His hours behind closed doors that no one else saw. It's this mentality, this refusal to wait, transformed him from a promising talent to an unstoppable force. It's Coaches didn't just choose him. They built teams around him because opportunity wasn't luck anymore. It was his identity. He became the opportunity. And when the world gave him a platform, he didn't just step up. He owned it. He played like every match was his last. With intensity, with hunger, with a purpose that couldn't be faked. Even at the peak, when most would slow down, get comfortable, enjoy the view, he doubled down. Why? It's because he knew something the world often forgets: opportunity expires. If you don't push the edge, you get past. If you stop creating, you start declining. So he reinvented, adapted, refused to let the game outgrow him. It's because creating opportunity is not a one-time act, it's a lifestyle, a constant cycle of reinvention and resurrection. There were younger players, faster leg stars, but none with his mindset, none with his discipline. None who sacrificed like he did, or created like he had to. And that's what separates the elite from the eternal. It's not the moments of brilliance, but the consistency of sacrifice and the obsession with shaping their own fate. Every room he entered, he didn't ask for a seat. He took it. And when he left, the silence reminded everyone what greatness looks like. People forget the cost, they forget the lonely nights, the silent struggles, the early years when no one believed. But he remembers. It's every day. That's why he keeps going. That's why he never takes a shortcut. That's why he trains harder in his 30s than most do in their teens. He still sees the boy who left home. It's the boy who gave everything, who missed his family, who ate meals alone, who cried but didn't quit. It's who wasn't born a legend, but built into one. And he knows that nothing he's gained came free. Not the goals, not the records, not the respect. Every inch was earned in silence, in suffering, in sacrifice. It's because greatness doesn't care about how talented you are. It doesn't care what they say about you. It doesn't care how many followers you have or how loud the crowd is. It only asks one question: did you give enough to deserve me? And he answers that question every single day, not with words, but with work. There's something about pain that tests a person's soul, not the kind that leaves bruises on the skin. But the kind that echoes in the mind, the kind that whispers you're not enough, that you failed, that it's over. That pain lives in the space between effort and doubt, and the only way through it is resilience, not talent, not hype, not applause. It's just a mind that refuses to break. You can have all the skill in the world. You can run faster, jump higher, strike harder. But if your mind is fragile, the game will crush you. Pressure doesn't care how many hours you've trained. Pressure only asks, can you hold your nerve when everything's on the line? He could. From a young age, he understood that success starts in the head. He trained his body, yes. But he fortified his mind like a fortress, because no matter how loud the world shouted, his inner voice had to be louder, stronger, unshakable. He learned early that not everyone would believe in him. Critics would tear him apart. Teammates would doubt him. Fans would turn their backs when he fell short. But none of that could stop him. It's because he built his identity on something deeper than praise. He didn't play for validation. He played for the vision he held in his head, the image of who he was becoming. Mental resilience isn't born, it's forged. It's every time he missed a shot, every time he lost a game, every time the press came for him with knives drawn, he had two choices: break or build. And every time he chose to build thicker skin, build sharper focus. Build a mindset that refused to surrender. The losses taught him more than the wins. They showed him where he was weak, where he needed to grow. Instead of hiding from failure, he studied it, obsessed over it, turned it into fuel. He used it not to shape himself, but to shape himself. And he knew the game wasn't just physical. It was psychological warfare. Every match brought pressure. Every tournament carried expectations. One mistake, and the world would pounce. But he didn't flinch. It's not because he was fearless, but because he was prepared. He knew how to calm the storm inside before the world ever saw it. He developed rituals, ruins, mental anchors. He visualized outcomes, managed his emotions, controlled his breathing under fire. It's because performance at the highest level is 90% mindset. You don't rise under pressure. You sink to the level of your training. And he trained his mind just hard as his body. The media tried to rattle him. Opponents tried to provoke him. Pressure tried to paralyze him. But he stood tall, stared down the noise, and delivered. Not just once, but again, and again, and again. That's the power of resilience. It doesn't just carry you through, it defines you. The world remembers the moments you didn't fold, the penalties you scored under crushing weight. The comebacks you led when defeat seemed certain, the glare you gave fear when it dared to challenge you. But none of that happens by accident. You don't find resilience in the moment. You build it brick by brick, when no one's watching, in silent struggle, in solitude. And while others broke under the spotlight, he performed like it was home, not because he loved pressure, but because he owned it. He made it his domain. Where others saw threat, he saw opportunity. Where others panicked, he planned. He didn't let the world define him. He defined himself. Every time they doubted him, he sharpened his edge. Every time they counted him out, he trained harder. They said he was finished. He answered with another record. They said he couldn't lead. He answered with a trophy in his hands. He showed the world that greatness isn't about being breakable. It's about being unshakable. It's not about never falling. It's about never staying down. And still, none of it would matter if he hadn't mastered the most overlooked trait of all. It's consistency. People think greatness is made in big moments. It's not. It's made in small, quiet ones. When the cameras are off. When no one is clapping. When motivation is gone. What you do in those moments defines everything. He understood that excellence isn't a mood. It's a habit. You can be elite sometimes. You can't give 100% once in a while. You have to show up every single day with the same hunger, the same focus, the same fire. That's what he did for decades. While others burned bright and faded, he stayed, not because he coasted, but because he kept doing the work. He didn't skip training when he was tired. He didn't lose focus after a win. He didn't ease up when he reached the top. He kept going. He treated every day like day one. Every drill like it mattered. Every meal, every stretch, every rep, like the final piece of the puzzle. Because he knew consistency compounds. The little things done relentlessly become big things. Legendary things. And consistency doesn't just build skill. It builds trust. Teammates relied on him. Coaches built systems around him. Why? Because he delivered not once, not sometimes. Always. Even when he was injured, he was present. Even when he wasn't scoring, he was creating. Even when the game wasn't going his way, he kept fighting. That's what true consistency is. Showing up fully, no matter the conditions. While others rode waves of form, he created his form. He built a system around himself that made excellence predictable. Not lucky. Not accidental. Just inevitable. He never let success make him soft. He never let failure make him hesitant. He stayed in motion, day after day, year after year. In a world obsessed with fast results, he chose slow, disciplined growth. And it paid off. Consistency made him more than great. It made him immortal. Records fell. Trophies followed. Accolades piled up. But what's more impressive is how long he stayed at the top. Not for a season. Not for a few years. For nearly 2 decades. It's, do you know how rare that is? How impossible it seems? You don't stay elite that long without mastering yourself, without defeating laziness, complacency, ego. You don't stay hungry for 20 years unless your love for the game outweighs your love for comfort. It's, and that's the truth few want to hear. The most dangerous person in the room isn't the most talented. It's the one who never stops showing up, who wakes up each day with something to prove, not to others, but to themselves. He became that person. He made excellence normal. He made consistency cool. He showed an entire generation what it looks like to commit to something completely, relentlessly, unapologetically. There's a reason young players studied his routines. There's a reason opponents respected his preparation. It's even when they hated how often he beat them, because deep down everyone knew this level of consistency is not luck. It's a choice. 1,000 choices, actually, made daily, made when no one is watching, made when it would be easier to take a break. But he didn't. And that's the ultimate lesson he gave the world. That physical gifts will take you only so far. It's that mental toughness will carry you through storms. But consistency, that quiet, ruthless, it's invisible grind, is what makes the impossible real. And that's why even now, when people talk about greatness, they speak with reverence, not because of what he did once, but because of what he kept doing, over and over and over again.